crypto warriors, changing our world day by day. The way of the crypto warriors, can't rely on the bankers, no way.
Good morning, Bix Weir, roadtour.com with your morning horn of Z's, your sip of chaga coffee. Cliff High had an interview with Greg Hunter yesterday. You want to check that out. Very dire. Yeah, that's what Cliff's data is kicking out, is dire shit dead ahead. If you're in the silver market or the crypto markets, you know what he's talking about. Actually, silver has been range bound. Remember, all markets are rigged. All babies need to be born. All markets are rigged. All markets are rigged. So what you're seeing on the screen is a fantasy. Up, down, or sideways. Nobody knows what fair market value is. I can't tell you what fair market value of silver is, even though I've been trying. I'm working on a redo of my $100,000 case for silver. And yeah, it's still there. Most of the things are absolutely still in play, except silver is bound in a range from $25 to $28 by the banking cabal. The banking cabal, meaning the bullion banks, but mainly the U.S. Treasury. The U.S. Treasury could end this game. Trump almost did end the game. He could have. He could have pulled the trigger and destroyed the banking cabal with his RICO charges against J.P. Morgan. That was all about J.P. Morgan rigging the overnight repo market. J.P. Morgan was the cause of the RICO chaos. In order to get Trump out of office, what does Trump do? He puts the hammer down on him. The battles behind the scenes are crazy, but they're absolutely real. And the U.S. Treasury, whoever is in charge of the U.S. Treasury, do I think it's Janet Yellen? I do not. I don't think our current government is in charge. He was sworn in 5 minutes before noon. That's 5 minutes before he's supposed to be sworn in. Why? There's all kinds of whys. But the reality is the markets are still being rigged. Whether it's by the good guys or the bad guys, it doesn't matter. Rigged every day, every trade, it's rigged. They can put the price of silver at negative $40. Just keep that in mind. So these are the HODL days. Hold on for dear life in cryptos and in silver. Especially silver, because silver hasn't seen the light of day, the light of a fair market value traded price in 170 years, since the Opium Wars. That's a big, big, big thing to happen. And when it does happen, you're not going to care about cryptos, you're not going to care about gold, you're not going to care about any other asset. You're going to want to have physical silver in your own possession, because that price is going to go literally well over 1-to-1 with gold. Remember, gold has millions of tons, not 200,000 tons like Jeffrey Christian tells you. Why does anybody believe that asshole? Nobody knows. It's well over 1 million tons, probably 3 or 4 million tons that they've identified. I don't know how much is in their possession. They, meaning the powers that be. The U.S. government has the vast, vast majority. Yes, China has a lot as well. But we're talking millions of tons. In Chocolate Mountain in California, the Grand Canyon, obviously, all over the United States. Alaska is chock full of gold, and every time they find gold, they stick it in a national wildlife preserve, the Anwar province. Massive amounts of gold. Will we need gold in the future? I don't know. We absolutely will need silver. Now, if silver stops becoming the number one most important industrial commodity in the world, then it would move to a monetary commodity. But it isn't. I think silver is way too valuable to be used as money. Apple would melt down silver dollars to use so that they can make their iPhones. That type of stuff. So yes, silver is the call. Silver is the most important financial asset in the world. That's why they keep it rigged. But let's take a look at some of the signs. Look at this. This is a really great chart. I belong to Gold R Us. Gold Charts R Us. They keep track of a lot of this stuff. COMEX silver deliveries. Look at the last 2 years. Remember, 2021 is just half a year. It looks like we're going to break out above 300 million ounces delivered in 2021. That's crazy. That's crazy talk. 300 million. Remember, they only mine 800 million. And this is COMEX deliveries. It's not counting SLV deliveries, which are also happening. Yes, a lot is going into the Sprott ETF. Thank God for Sprott. What would we do without it? All those people who are too lazy to go buy physical silver. I need an ETF. I can't do this manually. Go buy physical silver? What? They might learn. Remember, anywhere there's concentrated amounts of physical silver, that's going to be a prime target for government confiscation. So do I think the Sprott ETF of silver will be confiscated? Absolutely. By the socialist government of Canada? We'd be crazy not to think that. Has it happened yet? No, it hasn't happened in a long time. I don't think they ever confiscated silver. They did gold, but silver's more important than gold. Back then, back in the 1930s, there was 5-6 million or billion ounces of silver in government coffers. Now there's none. And you have these gigantic corporations all trying to get their hands on physical silver. One of the smartest men in the world, so they say, Elon Musk. How much physical silver does Elon Musk need? A hell of a lot. For his car company and his solar panel company and his space exploration company. Everything Elon Musk does is related to silver. He refuses to talk about it. But when he does, good night. And he knows that. If he tweeted, instead of tweeting buy Doge, if he tweeted stack physical silver, he would destroy his own company. Because the silver price would go to where it should be, 1-to-1 with gold at least. And it would be game over for the banking cabal, and that's how much power. It's not that the power lies in these people, it's that the system is so fragile. A little puff of wind could blow over the silver manipulation, the crypto manipulation. Now, crypto is interesting. I'll get to that in a second. But silver, physical silver in your own possession, if you don't have any, what are you waiting for? In your own possession, if you own SLV, if you own Sprott, it will be gone at some point. You will not get it. You might get compensated for it at whatever price. Once silver breaks free, $30 probably, they'll give you $30 and then that's it. They'll close you out. Whereas people holding physical will get thousands of dollars, maybe tens of thousands of dollars for each ounce of silver that they hold. And they deserve it. Why? Because they did their due diligence. They know that gold and silver, the beauty of gold and silver is there's no third-party risk if you hold the physical object in your own possession. Same with cryptos. You need to hold the actual asset in your own possession or you have complete risk of confiscation, nationalization, you name it. Third-party failure, every brokerage house in the world will fail when the banks go down. Nobody's getting their silver out of that stuff. Keep that in mind. Anyway, so we're at 165 million ounces delivered. I think we're going to go over 300 million ounces for the year, which is ridiculous. 2020 was huge at 290 million ounces. Look at that jump. That's historically blows anything away. And this year's going to be bigger. And yet they're mining the same amount of silver out of the ground. Less even. How long can this last? Not too long. Why? Because we're getting into the silver season. And people who don't know, here's the silver seasonal averages, the cumulative daily percentage change. When does all the action happen in silver? You might have thought it was, it must be January, February, because that's all the action happens. No. It's not. Look, the first half of the year is boring. These are percentage changes. They're boring. Silver season comes in August, September, October. The end of July, August. We're right in here. We're ready to go absolutely crazy. And look what's happening. Here's the beauty of it. These are the averages, and look where silver is for 2021, way below the average. So it's got more to make up during silver season. Can they rig the price? Absolutely. Is it easy or hard to rig the price during silver season? It is very hard. Very hard. If they could rig the price, they would have kept the price stable for the last 50 years, and they haven't. It's extremely volatile because they got to get weak hands in to destroy sentiment. Right now, there's no weak hands in. It's all strong hands, diamond hands, as they say. So yes, we are getting into silver season. Silver season, the end of July, August, September, October. I'd say August, September are the real exciting times for silver. And then the end of the year. So look at silver. It's way below the averages, and it's going to come up. That's in volatility. So absolutely, get your hands on some silver. Get yourself some silver. If you don't have a local dealer, call my guy, Andy Scheckman. Send him an email, Andy, A-N-D-Y, @milesfranklin.com. Say, Bix says there's silver season coming. I think I should load up on some physical silver before the silver season hits. Because when the silver season hits, you're going to see premiums jump even higher than they are right now. And you see the price, who knows where it can go. If it breaks $30 solidly, good night. And we stop giving away the Road to Ruta coins too at $30. Just keep that in mind. And we give away Road to Ruta coins for a 1-year subscription or renewal. All right, let's talk cryptos, especially Theta. Theta has done everything in your investment analysis of Theta. They have hit every single mark. Yes, it was a 2-day delay from mainnet 3.0, a 2-month delay. A 2-month delay. All it did was shift that earning power off 2 months, and now it's up and running. You can stake your T-Fuel, all the good stuff of 3.0. They have done it all. Your investment analysis was spot on if you bought it. What changed? The price rigging. Who's rigging it? The U.S. government. Absolutely, this stinks at high heaven, just like Chris Giancarlo, the head of the CFTC back in 2018, told us. He told us in 2019, but he told us the U.S. government had to rig the prices. Trump, Mnuchin, Chris Giancarlo had to rig the prices. The price of cryptos would have just kept going up. This stinks of the same rig. And it's easy to rig cryptos. Everything else on Theta and Theta Fuel is positive. Even look at the amount staked. The amount staked since this insane crash, artificial crash, the amount staked has actually gone up. More and more people believe in long-term hold of Theta than ever before. It's at 64% now. What happens when it goes to 90% or 99.9%? And Binance still says they're trading 100 million Theta a day. And it's a complete lie. It's artificial. Now's the time to get your Theta in your own possession. Stake it. Even better, T-Fuel. T-Fuel staking is only at 38%, meaning with T-Fuel, you split a bigger pool. And T-Fuel, anybody wants to know how to stake T-Fuel, just go to Gpool. You can use the Gpool numbers. They have a how-to guide right in there, gpool.io. Now, cryptos aren't easy. Cryptos are difficult. You're going to have huge jumps and then huge falls. The only people who win are the people who know when it's going to happen or the hodlers. Hodlers have to sit through this bullshit that we have right now. Sub $5 Theta. I mean, I wasn't going to sell my Theta today anyway, so I guess it's the only thing you can do is hodl and buy. If you have any money left, you get a monthly paycheck, a bi-weekly paycheck, put 5% into Theta and Theta Fuel, and then stake it and watch that earn money. You cannot win in cryptos by trading. You don't know when the pops are going to come, and you don't know when the slams are going to come. That's all the purview of the market riggers. Yes, Tether is a criminal joke. I call them the crypto cabal run by a bunch of pedos. Absolutely 100%. That's how they got away with it. They have control files on pretty much everybody in government. So they rigged the price of Bitcoin up, down, and sideways. Complete fraud. I have stories, but I can't talk about them here. Talk about them on private road, and I do. So keep that in mind. Oh, by the way, people who are trying to withdraw their Theta and Theta Fuel on Binance and were locked out, I hear Binance is up and going again, so you can get Theta and Theta Fuel on SimpleSwap.io. All that stuff, all the swapping sites get their real cryptos from Binance. Binance is the big monster. Yes, Binance is completely corrupt market rigger, unfortunately. But that's cryptos. Unregulated market. The most likely thing is you get your cryptos stolen unless you're safe, unless you have them in your own possession. I like the Trezor wallet. That's the safest, if you ask me. Made correctly. There's a lot of work it takes to invest in cryptos, but the paybacks are unbelievable, and it is the future. No matter how bleak it looks today, cryptos are the future. Theta is the future. Without Theta, the internet does not work. I've stressed this time and time again. Theta is going to expand broadband where the U.S. government and the corporations cannot. And I still believe that Tom Brady is going to come out and say, we're going to use the Theta blockchain. With the next run, when this downturn ends, which should be, I don't know, in a month or so, could end any day. But the next run up, Tom Brady's going to come out and say, we have decided to use the Theta blockchain for our blockchain for my company, Autograph, an NFT company. Katy Perry has already done that. I know, Katy Perry, Deep State, all that stuff. But her talent agency, CAA, is a validator of the Theta blockchain. So you're going to see a lot of famous people coming out and saying, yeah, Theta Fuel, Theta, NFTs, that's the way to go, because they're going to need money. And what's the best way to do it? Capitalize on their fame. Make NFTs. It's going to be so big you can't even fathom it. So yes, should you buy at $4.54 if you can get it into your own possession? Absolutely 100%. Theta Fuel, sub 30 cents? Absolutely 100%. That's my take. That's where we are. On the road to Ruta, we are in the HODL days, so hang on for dear life. This is the private road, latest Jenny Moonstone session. You want to watch that huge Theta, Silver, and Freedom update. Jenny gives us the what for from the spiritual side, what's happening right now in these areas. I give my take, and then you can also get the Theta page, how to buy, store, and stake it. I hear Caleb Brown now has a U.S. bank, so you don't have to go through the Australian bank and deal with the government regulators when you want to send money to Caleb Brown or receive money from your sales of cryptos. That's my story. This is Bix Weir, roadtoro.com in the HODL days. Hang on for dear life, my friends. That's when it pays off. It won't be long. I don't think it will be long. I do have a chart. I'll sneak the chart right in here. Ooh, look at that. The top of the chart. $88.88. I think $88.88 for Theta is coming by the end of the year. We will find out. Yes, even if it goes from where it is, $4 to $2. Remember, we started the year at about $2. Last year was a 40x move for Theta. I said this year is going to be a 40x move for Theta. And now that it's down in the $4 range, it could drop to 2 and then go 40x to 88.88 and do the same thing it did last year. Even though it feels like, oh, it's the end of the world. I'm starting to get those emails. Bix, Theta's not doing anything. It's all your fault. What does that tell me? We're near the bottom now. That's when I get those emails. So yeah, I bought Theta, first bought it, I think it was at 12. It went up to $20 and then back down to 4. That's a tough move. What has this done? Gone to $16 and back to 5. It's the same thing. That's when you get rich, is when you buy at the low. Can it go down to 3 or 2? Sure. A little market chaos, a little banking collapse. Tether gets finally thrown in jail, the people who run that scam. Lots of things can happen. If you have them in your own possession, that's all that matters. The rest of the world can do what they need to do. Get your silver in your own possession. Get your cryptos in your own possession. Those are the only ones that will survive. These exchanges will not survive. They don't have the coins. That's my take. This is Bix Weir, roadtour.com. I'll talk to you later.
Hang on tight, my friends. Theta Girl's on her way. Well, I was searching for a token that would fly to the sky. Dump everything on her, let her take me so high. Well, she said her name was Theta, wanna go for a ride. All band expansion, always there by my side. She's my Theta girl, she really rocks my world. Go Theta, go Theta, go Theta, go. I said go Theta, go Theta, go Theta, go. Well, the 40X move in 2020 was fun. You ain't seen how high my little Theta can run. Coinbase will add 300 million or more. America will love her while they watch her price soar. She's my Theta girl, she really rocks my world. Go Theta, go Theta, go Theta, go. I said go Theta, go Theta, go Theta, go. Go Theta, go Theta, go Theta, go. Go Theta, go Theta, go Theta, go. You're my Theta girl, you really rock my world. Go Theta, go Theta, go Theta, go. Well, my wife got really jealous, I love Theta too much. She said, I know it sounds crazy, I'm missing your touch. You're gonna have to choose, it's either me or your coin. I'm sad to see her go, but look where Theta is gone. She's my Theta girl, she really rocks my world. Go Theta, go Theta, go Theta, go. I said go Theta, go Theta, go Theta, go. Go Theta, go Theta, go Theta, go. Go Theta, go Theta, go Theta, go. You're my Theta girl, you really rock my world. Go Theta, go Theta, go Theta, go. Well, I believe she'll rise $1,000 or more. Everybody watching Theta partner galore. Samsung and Sony, Apple, Netflix and more. Google and then YouTube, well, you watch it press soar. It's my Theta girl, she really rocks my world. Go Theta, go Theta, go Theta, go. Sit go Theta, go Theta, go Theta, go. Go Theta, go Theta, go Theta, go. Go Theta, go Theta, go Theta, go. You're my Theta girl, you really rock my world. Go Theta, go